Did you know that Hantengu always believed he was innocent? He even ranged as far as accusing his hands for the crimes committed rather than himself. Did you even know that he does not even remember his name? What powers do you think he holds? You might know that he can clone himself and trick his foes. But what else? Buckle up, because we are going to dive into the world of Hantengu. Let's see who and what he is. The commencement of the Swordsmith Village arc in Demon Slayer is the beginning of the end of the series, with all the largest and most gruesome monsters coming into the limelight. After the preface and failure of the upper 6 demons, Tanjiro, Gyutaro, Daki, and 2 other Hashira dwell in the Swordsmith Village to investigate the presence of some upper moon demons. One monster encounter in Demon Slayer's Swordsmith Village arc pivots around Upper Moon 4, Hantengu, a demon with potent abilities. Hantengu is a prominent antagonist in Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. He is introduced as one of the 12 Kizuki, serving as the upper rank 4. He is the main antagonist of the Swordsmith Village arc. Hantengu was once a human bandit and murderer, who acted to be innocent through his elderly impression and frail look, constantly accusing others of his crimes. He is voiced by Toshio Furukawa in Japanese and Christopher Corey Smith in English. His avatars are voiced by Shunsuke Takeuchi, Yuichiro Umehara, Kaito Ishikawa, and Soma Saito in Japanese. While having several other personalities and emotions shown through his clones, Hantengu is undoubtedly an embodiment of fear and cowardice. Even as a human, Hantengu kept using his age and condition as an excuse, trying to weasel away from his crimes and blaming anyone, like his own hand. After turning into a demon or Oni, Hantengu retained his human traits. While being an obviously cruel and horrendous demon who ended hundreds of lives, Hantengu is still established as a deluded person who keeps blaming others and trying to pretend, or even to believe himself, that he is fully innocent. As a human, Hantengu was known to have committed many wicked crimes. He stole from numerous innocent people and murdered them in various towns and cities. He deceived people into claiming that he was innocent. He would say that he didn't commit the crimes. His hands were solely to blame for his actions, thus hinting that he was also mentally unstable and delusional due to his claims. Eventually, he was captured by a high-ranking law official magistrate and sentenced to death by decapitation, despite his outrageous claims of innocence that were then silenced by threatening to cut off his sinful hands instead. While imprisoned and awaiting his execution, he was approached by Muzan Kibutsuji, who offered to help him after taking pity on his situation. Muzan gave him some of his blood, transforming him into a demon. After his transformation, he escaped prison and silenced the magistrate who condemned him to death. With his dying breath, the magistrate told him that killing him didn't matter, because his past sins and actions would eventually lead to his future fate. Having been summoned to the upper ranks meeting, Hantengu corrected his colleague, Gyoko, over the number of years since they had last met. 113, a number which unnerved Hantengu, as Akaza struck Doma, destroying the latter's jaw. Hantengu yelped in fear and bowed timidly as Muzan Kibutsuji arrived. He listened as his leader revealed the death of Gyutaro and berated everyone present for their uselessness, causing the upper rank to beg for forgiveness. Hantengu quickly acknowledged Muzan's order for him and Gyoko to head to an unknown location once the latter confirmed his newfound lead. Later, Akaza viciously destroyed the upper portion of Doma's head, only to get his hand lopped off by Kokushibo, causing Hantengu to cower in fear and apprehension, even letting out a sharp yelp. Afterward, he and Gyoko were transported to their destination by the Biwa demon. As the holder of the 4th highest title in the 12 Kizuki, Hantengu is an extremely powerful demon and can be considered the 4th strongest. Through Hantengu's blood demon art, he can create 4 clones of himself, all possessing the same caliber of strength as an upper rank demon. These clones were able to hold off and overwhelm the combined efforts of Tanjiro, Nezuko, and Genya. all of whom are seasoned and trained combatants. Genya stated that Hantengu was particularly difficult to defeat, as demon slayers would have to play cat and mouse, looking for the main body, while being chased down by 4 upper rank level demons. Hantengu possesses immense skill in being stealthy, which can be seen when he managed to easily infiltrate the Swordsmith Village, one of their most vital and well-fortified bases, without any of the numerous demon slayers stationed there noticing. Hantengu later managed to sneak into Muichiro's and Tanjiro's room without them detecting him, despite the former possessing the ability to sense the presence of demons, and the latter possessing an incredibly acute sense of smell that would have sensed the demon's presence from extremely long distances. His stealth ability is so strong that none of them realized Hantengu was a demon until they saw it. Like all demons, Hantengu can control and alter his flesh to a certain extent. Sekido uses this ability to shape his flesh into a kakara, which he uses to channel his blood demon art. He is shown to be capable of creating more than one at a time. Hantengu can change his size at will, as shown when he becomes a tiny version of himself to hide from the demon slayers. Hantengu blood demon art allows him to summon lightning bolts from the sky or his kakara. The lightning generated has a wide area of effect and can cause those hit by it to lose consciousness or paralyze their opponents instantly, allowing them to subdue multiple targets at once. One drawback to his lightning is that it cannot pass through anything made from his own cells, such as the body parts of any of Hantengu's clones. Hantengu blood demon art allows him to generate and manipulate wind using his flesh maple leaf shaped uchiwa. By simply swinging his uchiwa down, Hantengu can generate a gust of wind strong enough to blow Muichiro into a forest instantly, leaving gigantic craters, level an entire building, and crush demon slayer and demons alike under its immense pressure, even knocking them unconscious. However, the ability can be used against him by anyone possessing his uchiwa, as shown when Nezuko used Hantengu's fan to blow him away. As the combination of Sekido, Karaku, Aizetsu, and Urogi, Zohakuten can use enhanced versions of the blood demon arts of all 4 demon clones as part of his own blood demon art. The dragon heads fashioned from wood that Zohakuten manipulates can unleash lightning strikes like Sekido, generate powerful gushes of wind that leave gigantic maple leaf-shaped craters like Karaku, emit powerful sound waves like Urogi, and manifest spear attacks out of thin air like Aizetsu. Zohakuten can also use these abilities from his body, as seen when he generated Urogi's sound waves without the help of his wooden dragons. Zohakuten's main blood demon art allows him to manipulate and alter wood from the flora in his surroundings by tapping one of the many drums on his back. This blood demon art can be used both close-ranged and far-ranged. Zohakuten mainly uses this ability to shape the wood into 5 massive dragon heads that can stretch up to 20 meters. He uses his dragon heads to bite his targets, swallow them, and crush them inside their jaws. Zohakuten can also create dragon heads to increase their length within the main dragon heads. He also displayed the ability to manipulate branch whips to attack his targets. Sekido carries around a kakara fashioned from his flesh and blood. It serves as his main tool in combat when used in conjunction with his blood demon art, allowing him to summon lightning from the sky, or from his kakara itself to electrocute, paralyze, and incapacitate his targets. Aizetsu carries around a yari fashioned from his flesh and blood. It serves as his main tool in combat, being used to unleash close to mid-range thrusting or slicing attacks, and allowing Aizetsu to block and parry attacks from his opponents. So are you an anime fan? What were the facts that you knew about Hantengu? Comment below what you like about the same character, and who is your favorite anime superstar and series. Until then, adios!